Alright, so welcome to the July haul for 2021. Now this is actually going to be my second time recording this video because the first one, well, let's just say everything, was a blur. Literally. Rookie mistake, but the whole video ended up being out of focus. I don't know how that happened. Actually, well, I do know how that happened. Basically, I left my camera by itself for like too long, I guess, and it kind of powered down into its like sleep mode. And then when I woke it up, I guess I didn't realize that it actually forgot where I set the focus to, because I actually set the focus for at least these talking head portions manually. So it forgot where I set the focus, and then when I started recording, I didn't really double check, and then everything was just out of focus when I started recording. So yeah, I kind of find it stupid that it didn't remember where I set the focus for the video, but here we are. So it's a little bit different for this merch haul video. I already took out everything out of the boxes. I've put together a few figures, so I'm just going to be showcasing you what I bought, unfortunately. I know, I had like a lot of shipping boxes too. It looked like I had a crap ton of stuff. It's still a decent haul video. It's not like massive, but it was expensive, I'll tell you that right now though. Alright, so first things first, I got sent some stuff from Super Groupies. Now if you don't know what Super Groupies are, they're basically a fashion company that works in tandem with various different anime series to make like clothing stuff, like pants, watches, bags, that type of thing. Alright, so they hit me up and asked me if I wanted to take a look at a few of their Azerlane merch. So they sent over an Azerlane watch and an Azerlane bag, which are both centered around Enterprise. Now, they also have a couple of different, a lot of different series merchandise over on their platform. It's kind of crazy. I've checked their catalog of series they work with, and it is huge. For example, they've done merch for stuff like Callan and Hitman Reborn. What? In fact, it's not only anime merch, it's also like video game merch, like Nier Automata and Demon's Souls, which is odd. Here is the bag they sent me. So like I said before, this is themed around Enterprise, and this is the Azerlane bag that they sent me. It's supposed to be like a handbag mixed with like a shoulder bag. So here's the handbag. You can hold it like this if you want. Personally, it's not the style I would go with. I think I'd rather do it with the shoulder bag portion. But the only problem with that is that like it still has the handles, and like legitimately I don't like these handles. Honestly, I wish these things were Velcro, but then you run the risk of it falling off if you hold it like this. So it is generally all black. It's got like this soft touch feel to it. It has two front pockets, both lined with like this leather red material. You can pop them off. It's just like a simple pop-out button, and you can put your stuff in there. So that's pretty cool. You do get a little bit of a USS Enterprise with the ship logo on the side. On the inside of the bag, it's kind of designed with this like modern like cube kind of design. Almost represents a runway on like a top of a shipboard deck with airplanes and stuff, I think. At least that's what I think the look they were going for, but I could be wrong. You got two more pockets made of like this kind of like leather material. Also a nice eagle silhouette design and Lucky E embroidered in, which is one of Enterprise's nicknames. But yeah, that is it for the bag. And they also sent their watch for Enterprise as well. So comes in this like nice watch box with a sleeve cardboard. Then you open the box like this, and then you see the watch itself attached to this little pillow. Pretty nice build quality. It's made out of stainless steel, and on the back side or underneath you can actually see the Azerlane logo. Not bad. I might end up giving this to a friend because he really likes Enterprise. Their designs aren't too weeby. Honestly, like if you wear this in public, people aren't gonna think you're a massive like weeb anime fan, right? It's very subtle with the references on this watch, but if you know where to look, you'll see it. The biggest reference to me is probably Grey Ghost, which is one of Enterprise's nicknames. Yeah, I'll post pictures here in descriptions because there's probably a little bit else that I'm not really thinking about here, but yeah, that's it for the watch. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the Super Groupie stuff. So huge thanks to Super Groupies for sending this out. Like I said before, if you want to check out their merchandise, I'll leave a link down below. I believe Joey actually picked up one of their Monogatari designed watches. I think it was Senjugahara's, which looks sick. So yeah, Super Groupies, thanks. All right, next up, I did pick up a tapestry, and it is of a Fate Stay Night Heaven's Feel spring song. The main visual art that they used to promote the film. I had to pick this thing up. Fantastic. B2 sized. I think I picked this up for about $20 or so, so fantastic. I just love the like promotional art that they use for these films. Now we can move on to the figures. I did pick up 4. There were a few other ones we'll talk about, but those got delayed. All right, so first thing up is Callan, This is a Callan figure from Code Geass by Mega House. There's no specific scale size, but this one just has her in her pilot suit. Solid figure for a solid price. I do have a few gripes with this thing though. Biggest gripe is the base. Now I do like the rock base portion. Like this thing looks cool, but they added this ugly like red piece of transparent plastic to the bottom. I don't understand why they felt the need to do that. Just make the entire base just like this rock.
My disappointment is immeasurable.
Which sucks because even in the promotional pictures and even on the box, they advertise the figure with just the rock. But then when you get the figure in person, you'll be like, oh man, I can't wait to open this up. And then you're greeted with this ugly red piece of plastic. Like, what? Are you kidding me? I'm sorry. I'm probably making a little bit too big of a deal out of this, but Mega House did the C2 figure, you know, the one with the really nice ass and like the stone pillar. That looked fantastic. And the base for that was pretty simple, but they actually made it look like it was made out of marble, which kind of matched the stone pillar aesthetic for the figure. This one is just completely random with the red plastic. They did Callan dirty for this figure base, in my opinion. Like this one just looks really cheap. Another thing, I guess it's a minor nitpick, is that the fact that the figure is very, very slippery. And what I mean by that is that literally took no force at all to remove the figure from the base. So just saying, if you have, you know, any kids running around or something and happen to knock something off, this could wobble a little bit and just easily fall off. So something to keep in mind. Then again, that could just be with my unit here, but just felt the need to mention it. Aside from that, the face doesn't look exactly spot on to the promotional pictures. Then again, you know, sometimes the figures don't match perfectly with the promotional pictures, but her face on the promotional pictures just looks so much more better. But overall, this figure is pretty good, right? Like I like the paint job, the sculpt is fantastic. The main side obviously is the bust area, but she does have a great backstory as well. Yeah, Callan's not bad, not a bad pickup. I just wish she was a little bit bigger. I mean, she is bigger, but like, I just wish she was bigger in size. If I were to give a scale size for this figure, because they didn't really have a scale size when you ordered this thing, I would have to say this is like a 1/8. Personally, I think this would have deserved like a 1/7 or a 1/6 size. Same with C2, that one was way too small, I'd say. Big proportions, but not big in size. Next up, a figure from Kotobukiya. We have FGO's Musashi. In her Berserker form, swimsuit final ascension version. So she does have another swimsuit version made by Alter, the American swimsuit, which looks fantastic. But in terms of swimsuit designs, I probably like this one a little bit better just because of how weird and unique it is. But this one overall is a very solid figure from Kotobukiya, okay? For the sculpt, I don't think I need to say much. You can see it for yourself. It is fantastic. The curves on this woman is insane. Paint job is fantastic, right? Especially on the blue top of her swimsuit. Like, that looks so good. You can also see a little bit of nippage. Her hair doesn't have a ton of detail, but I do like the paint color on it. It's much better than Fat Company's Musashi's figure that they did. They used like some weird transparent color, and I don't really like that. This one has much more of a matte look to it. I like this. I do like the swimsuit outfit, like I said before. It's a little bit unique. Her torso portion kind of just looks like she wore like 3 pairs of pantsu, right? It kind of looks a little bit weird like that. I also really like the shoulder top that she has with the really long sleeves with the floral patterns. This looks majestic as hell, and I just really dig the aesthetic. Her heels are a little bit weird though. Very weird. Good curves, good outfit, simple pose. It's kind of based off the sprite art, but the only issue that I probably might have with this thing is the fact that it's like glued to the base. Because Kotobukiya typically tends to glue their figures to their bases, right? Legitimately, the only assembly that you actually have to do for this figure is the sword. You just put it in the hand, and there's a little dot you have to put inside to the base, and that's it. Oh, by the way, the base, I do have to give Kotobukiya some points for that, though, because instead of going with like a plain plastic white circle, they actually put in some effort and created like this like this rock formation with a little bit of stream water going through it. So I appreciate the effort, man. I appreciate the outfit. Next up we have is Girls Frontline's DSR 50. I'm not going to be talking about this one a whole lot because this one, I think you already know why I picked this one up. DSR 50 and her in this outfit is pretty much the reason why I started playing Girls Frontline. I don't play it at all now because of I hated rolling for skins. I'll get into that rant a little bit later, but I just love this outfit. Chinese dresses are like my main. Just the whole Chinese like aesthetic design for their dresses is just killer for me, and DSR just pulls it off really well. The only gripe that I have with this figure is probably the base. It's just like this really big black plain plastic circle. It's not completely black, it actually has like this orange tint to it, and it's a little bit transparent at certain angles. I mean, the outfit really just pulls this figure through, in my opinion. Like, it looks good. Oh, I guess my other gripe with this is just the leggings have a glossy finish to it. Same with Musashi's. I don't know why, but manufacturers typically go for this like glossy look when it comes to leggings. I personally would have preferred a much more matte look, but then again, that's just me. On this figure also, you can also see a little bit of nippage popping out. I do love the facial expression, the whole sculpt. This figure looks fantastic. Solid pickup. I did actually have to cancel this figure on AmiAmi and pick it up pre-owned, just because at the time I didn't know if I was actually going to be able to pay for this because pre-orders were pretty bad. But some figures ended up getting delayed, so that's why I picked this up again. So, and I'm really happy I did. It kind of makes me regret stopping playing Girls for Lion just because I hated rolling for skins. Like, ever since the incident where I tried rolling for Type 95's Chinese dress skin and I didn't get it, but I got everything else in the banner. It was ridiculous. I'm a changed man after that incident. I just wish Girls for Lion was a little bit more like Azerlane. Azerlane's way more free to play friendly, and if you want to buy a skin, you can just outright buy it, right? You don't have to roll for the skin, you just buy the skin. The only problem I have with Azerlane is that they release too many good skins at once, so you end up spending a shit ton of money anyways, but at least you get what you want, right? And you're not gambling away. All right, last thing up, which is probably the most expensive and the most anticipated figure for at least some of you. John Alter from FGO by Lacorn, 1/7 scale figure. I don't exactly remember the price for this thing. I think it was almost around 33,000 yen. I could be wrong. I'll put the price here again. But shipping this thing over to me was about 14,000 yen. DHL, which is the only shipping option for Canadians. Rip us, right? That is obviously getting its own separate video, so I'm not going to be talking a whole ton about it here, but there you go. So yeah, that is pretty much it for the haul video. So hope you guys enjoyed. By the way, I forgot to mention, huge thanks to everyone who entered the Blaze figure giveaway from last video. The winner was chosen, and I'm pretty sure the winner was this user right here. I don't remember, so I'm just gonna add it in. Congratulations, you should have already been contacted by Bai and have your figure shipped out to you. And if you did actually already receive it, feel free to tweet it at me because I'd actually know if you actually got it or not. Thanks for everyone who actually entered. We will be doing probably another one at like 70,000 subscribers, so stay tuned. But yeah, that has been it from me. Oh, I just realized there's like this ugly sticker here on the tapestry. Actually, you know what? I might just leave that there. I'm afraid of taking that off. That's actually really stuck on there. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll be catching you guys in the next one. Peace. Hope you guys enjoyed watching that video. Special thanks to my patrons Seswat, Beast, Cal Rice, Ralku, Malhat, Tiso, Hentia, Fritz, Ren, Toxic, and YNR Ghoul. Let's put that name. And of course, thanks to all of my other patrons as well. I legitimately don't understand why they added this thing. It kind of reminds me of like Eastream's No Game No Life Shiro. Has anyone actually seen that? Fantastic figure. But Eastream decided to add the No Game No Life logo. Just slap it there on the bottom and it's like really big. It looks really tacky. Like Eastream, they were trying to make really nice bases for the figures and I actually respect it a lot. But like sometimes less is more. And you should have honestly just removed the logo. I don't actually know if that logo is actually removable or not. I pray that it is, though. But yeah, oh my god, this was such a bad decision. Why would you... Ugh.